Good evening, everybody. So tonight we're going to get back into that fight with Dallas to see if I can definitely play it better. Last stream I was exhausted. I'm pretty tired today, but it's the beginning of the stream. I actually just finished dinner because I was called away when I was eating this afternoon, so I got back about a half hour ago. I had a cookie emergency, which earned me a nice big bag of cookies, strawberry cheesecake. They are delicious. They just melt in your mouth. But we should be able to take care of this fight, and then we'll move on to the mainland after that and figure out where the story takes us from there. So let's jump in. Yeah, and the cookie emergency was my friend didn't have any tinfoil, and the cookies were literally getting ready to come out of the oven. And I was in the middle of eating lunch, dinner, however you want to put it. So I got up and grabbed the tinfoil I knew I had and headed out the door. And just got back about 20 minutes ago. Okay, yeah, we're not loading up there. Yeah, we'll start here. Let's go. Nod, it is time.
It must forward.
Can I skip this? Yes.
I respect your mettle, sorcerers. You steal my ship, kill my bishop, and ally with demons. But you have no idea what you're really dealing with.
We are ready, mistress.
Yes, but are they?
I swear, mistress. I swear they'll perform admirably.
Very well. Show me. Goodbye, sorcerers. This is my ship. I won't see it taken from under my feet. You, act!
Oh, for the love of the void. Listen up. We can't win this one, but I can get us to safety. You'll need to buy me time. Show us what you can do, Godwoken.
Godwoken? Parasites, rather.
I'll take care of it, mistress. Tears on the rock, explosive little triggers. Let's see how it suits you.
Stop that elf! Her sorcery must be silenced!
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and quick save it right here. So they killed all our friends except for Tarlin. Oh wow, that wasn't on fire last time, or was it? I don't think it was, so that's different. See, I thought Gareth was gonna help me, but he pretty much is just a nuisance. So we've got a couple guys here. Okay, these are all the monks. So basically what they did was they gave... Okay. I don't remember that. That wasn't blown up last time because I remember climbing up there. Heck, I kind of wonder if I could jump in this thing and shoot him. Because I really need to focus on keeping her alive. Can't resist that. Dang, look at all that damage he just took.
It's like lava flowing through me. I can't contain it long.
Okay, so he just got magic shield. Because what I'm thinking... I want to run. Seriously? He's dead. Oh, I thought I saved it after I did his actions. Oops. kind of think I just want to attack him.
It's like lava flowing through me.
This doesn't really
Can't
seem to
contain
matter
it.
because they're just teleporting everything everywhere. See, I wanted to throw that overboard, but it just didn't work. Okay, that was awesome. Darlene's dead.
Defend or die.
He looks frozen. She looks frozen.
Hold them off. I need more time.
You will not take me again, Dallis.
I don't touch fire. Let's make it.
I wonder if that Malady that he's casting is an insta-kill. Okay, so that warrior is a friend now, at least for the moment. Oh. Okay. Well, that's kind of annoying. Alright, so...
Hurts, doesn't it?
Basically, when these guys blow up, they just... There goes Tarlene.
It's like lava flowing through me. I can't contain it for long.
Oh! Okay, so that does work against him. Because that just hit him for like 300 damage.
Focus! Stop her sorcery!
So I think what I'm going to do is just keep using this.
Don't stop. It's working.
Alright. Crazy how little damage I'm doing to these characters. Like, aren't they supposed to be my level? Oops. Oh. That's not good.
Or die.
Okay, so it just hits anybody. Probably could have saved Tarlene then. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna redo this.
It's like lava flowing through me. I can't contain it for long.
So basically, it's like a guaranteed 7 points. $70 points, I mean, not 7. So that hit there. I wonder if I can spin these around. Or let me use her.
These idiots before we all die.
Ow. Yeah, I don't really think you can save him. At least that's the impression I get. Seriously? He doesn't even hit anybody when he does that.
Silence the demon! She must be stopped!
I need more time. Hold them off. I need more time.
You will not take me again, Dallis!
Fire! Let's make it. That burning. It's like a bomb in my belly, ready to burst.
Man, if I could do some magical damage, I could kill him straight up.
I need more time.
How long does she need? Because I don't see...
If these brats kill me, we're all done for.
You're not trying to escape, are you?
Focus! Stop her sorcery!
Don't stop. It's working.
Okay. Holy moly! He might die for this.
Defend me or die.
I'm working on it.
Prepare yourself!
Dang. I'd love to know how he's hitting me when I can't even see him to hit him. Alright. Really? Oh, wow. That was sad. It's a good thing I just saved it. Oh, maybe I didn't just save it. Nope, definitely didn't just save it. Darn.
Get over here and stop these idiots before we all die.
Right where I want you. Stop her!
Ah, she's fell in the face.
Working.
let's kill this sucker.
Hurts, doesn't it?
I need more time.
Not good.
Almost there. A little longer.
Fight with such fire. Let's make it manifest.
Alright, so here's where I'm gonna have issues. And he's gonna die.
Oh, that burning. It's like a bomb in my belly, ready to burst.
Defend me or die.
I'm working on it.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Nice. Okay, that was helpful.
I need more time.
Well, that's not good.
Silence the demon! She must be stopped!
Decaying and diseased.
With the help of the half-demon Malady, the Godwoken escaped through the veil that separates life from death.
Uh-oh.
The air here has a familiar smell, like the place you grew up. Old memories begin to well within you, but the sweet sour smell of decay suddenly punctures them.
Look around, realize you've been here before.
A faint creaking sounds in the distance.
Is that a tree? What's hanging from it?
The different gods and their source around them. Oops. Well, that answers that question. How do you get up there? That's a scary little skull head. High quality tormented soul. And I don't think I have my gloves of teleportation on me. Ooh, I got the portals though. Ha 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 ha!
Must be a way across. Solsticer? The gods? Are they dead? How can this be?
They're definitely not dead.
Cursed tendrils tighten around Solsticer. Her lips are moving, but no words seem able to escape her lips. Tight coils wrap Tyr's and Dallis from head to foot. His still face is set to a glowering sneer. A small, stout imp winces under the countless cursed threads that bind her. Before you hangs a great ethereal orc, his face twisted in a knot of pain as cursed tendrils constrict him. Amadia hangs before you, her face cut and bruised, her chest barely moving. You think you see a tear run down her cheek. You lean in. That's no tear. It's sauce. The shimmering liquid is seeping from her wounds and dripping to the ground below her.
Okay, so they're leaking sores.
Ralik hangs limp from the tree, cursed branches constricting him, snake-like from foot to shoulders. His helmeted head hangs slack at his side, but a barely audible wheeze rasps from his lips.
Hurry!
Ever-tightening cursed branches constrict the great dwarven god Duna. His eyelids flutter, and his face, bluish and bloated, nods. As the cursed tendrils slacken, Solsticer inhales deeply, air wheezing into her throat. Wheezes become a hum, then a gently wavering song.
A champion I called. My champion did come. First among my chosen, first among them. Together we gazed into the black. We turned our backs to it. We turned. You have come. My chosen. It is not too late. Not yet. But almost.
Asked what happened here. Last you saw them, the Seven were waging war against one another.
Yes. And while we quibbled, an enemy greater than any one of us stole in like a thief in the night. But here you are. My chosen. My God-woken. Our hope. You will undo what has been done. I saw it as I drifted here, at the midpoint between reality and oblivion. I saw Rivalon. But there was no Rivalon. There were no people, no ancient empire, none of our people, none of our great works. I grow cold now, even thinking about it. It was not a dream, Godwoken. It was a threat. A promise from our enemy. The enemy you and you alone can stop. It was a vision of the void, and it made me tremble with fear.
Ask what you must do. How can you help?
You must obey me. Soon the Seven will be nothing but morsels in the maws of the void. Unless you do as I bid you. Do what I blessed you for. You have already set loose some of the powers locked within you. But there is a great well of possibility as yet untapped. You cannot stop until you ascend to the highest heights of your power. You cannot stop until you become divine. Like Lucian, you will be called to unite the powers of the Seven against the Void. Like Lucian, you will lead our proud people to preeminence. But, unlike Lucian, your weakness will not lead you to foolish failure.
So that's the grand plan. Ask to do as Lucian's once did. Nod and say that is exactly what you'll do. I wonder if even Divinity will save you. Look at her. She's a defeated goddess. Excuse me, guys. The weakness she's referring to, and this is a spoiler for the Divinity game, basically, and it's mentioned in Divinity 2 as well. Lucian was unable to sacrifice the baby he found for the greater good. Because within that baby was I don't want to say pure evil, but a demonic power that corrupts. Let's put it that way. And so Lucian basically did the best he could and unfortunately it wasn't enough. So I mean, it's kind of one of those things that this is like a huge lore moment, and they're basically blaming Lucian, but the reality is Lucian had compassion even for the worst. And he did his best to bring out the best in people that were evil. So even the evil, he would try and forgive them and bring them salvation. And the gods here look at that as a weakness. To me, that was probably his greatest strength. I'm gonna ask him, so what's the grand plan?
Either a new divine rises, or the world falls prey to the void. One of the Godwoken must become the new divine, and that Godwoken must be you. You are my champion. So set off in pursuit of divinity.
That was totally irrelevant. Not say that this is exactly what you'll do.
She opens her mouth to respond, but stops dead. Her head jerks from side to side, searching for something unseen.
You must hurry. I hear it singing to me. Fire and ice, death and skulls, blackness, blackness. Go!
White-hot cold pierces your heart like a blade. You are frozen to the spot. The burning cold pumps through you like a curse, and then...
What's happened here? Where is everyone?
Fane is back to being Fane. Just turn him back. Alright, so let's do our level first. initiative's 20. I think in Divinity Original Sin, I kept them all right around 20, so I think we'll leave that where it's at. What's his hit points? 348. So we're just going to keep bumping these up. So 20% more damage, or 15% more damage and 15% crit multiplier. Or I could do leadership. We'll do two-hander. I kind of want to do that just so she can heal. I don't think warfare is really the way to go here. I think it's dodge plus damage. And this adds multiplier plus speed. Yeah, we'll focus on that damage. Initiative's only 15. Okay. Let's get his initiative up. We'll go ahead and put him at 4. I kind of think I want to put at least 1 in strength and 1 in constitution. That way he can wear better armor. Like this one, for instance. Okay. Probably should have gave him 1 more strength. Oops. Alright.
Well, that was certainly something.
Let's ask him about Alexander.
Yes, but if he's God-woken like us, maybe for now, just maybe, it's good fortune that he's still breathing.
Maybe.
The Lone Wolves were tasked with killing Godwoken. So if we want to find out who's hunting us, we'll need to track down my old pack to get some answers.
Ask if he's going to hand you over to the very people who could make a killing from killing you. Well, so far he's not given me any reason not to trust him. Alright, sounds like a good plan.
It does, doesn't it?
Okay.
He grunts approvingly. Side by side, you stare together at the wave-dashed horizon.
A moment's pause. I had thought us too wicked for rest.
That's what she makes of the gods, the tree, and everything.
What I have seen is a cautionary tale. The world needs a divine, I grant you that, but look at what a god may be reduced to.
Just another peon.
A soul aquiver with fear. Lost, alone, and forsaken.
I'm gonna ask her where she's from.
Home? There's no such thing. I hail from the land that was. The kingdom of fog. The grave of divinity. If ever I had a home, it has long since gone up in the smoke of death fog, along with so many elves. So, no home, except everywhere, really. The world is mine. It's mine because I say it is.
She looks at you expectantly.
Yes, you may bow before the Queen of the World.
I like that. I'm definitely playing along.
We, the Queen of the World, smile upon thee with favor. We dub thee Knight of the Needle. Arise, good sir, and wear your title proudly.
She takes you by the hands and laughs heartily as you stand up.
How kind of you to play along. We won't forget.
We won't forget. Who's we? Tell her you've noticed the ship is scarred just like she is.
Ha! People will enslave anything these days. At least back in my day, they had the elegance to opt for an elf.
Alright. So what's Fane got to say?
Fane nods as you approach. He seems unusually quiet.
I'm asking what he makes of the gods, the tree, and everything.
I must admit, I'm more worried than I was. I thought this would be a slice of cake, to be quite honest. After all, I am an energetic, fresh-faced skeleton, teaming up with the lady-turned-goddess Armadia. What force could stop two Eternals? Whatever form this void takes, it seems significantly more dangerous than I assumed.
Ask Fane why he's so ignorant about the world.
Ignorant? I dare say I have a better knowledge of this world than any creature living in it.
That's probably true.
Oh, I may be missing some social mores or be unaware of what king waged which war, but why nitpick?
Observe that he doesn't seem to be a fan of history. I'm gonna agree with him.
Waiting for a letter is tedious. What I have gone through is torture. Your history is an interminably dull list of mortals that were born, achieved nothing of worth, and then died.
He's not wrong, though.
Certainly one may have expanded his kingdom, or another invented some way of pickling fish. But what does it matter? Where will your kingdoms be in 100 years? In 1,000?
Probably rubble.
They will all be dust, along with each and every one of your great heroes.
I want to know what's worth knowing.
Your people and nations come and go, mayflies screaming their importance at a universe that cannot listen. But the universe is always there. The laws that govern your states change over centuries, but the laws of the world... Even when my people walked this land, a dropped apple still fell to the ground. I have yet to see the mortal king that can decree all apples must fall up from their trees, or order fire to produce cold instead of heat. No, these laws stretch to infinity. Understanding them lets you understand the world. That is knowledge worth having. Everything else is arguing over who has built the prettiest sandcastle as the waves creep closer.
I'm gonna ask him what happened to him.
I fell victim to the enemy of all great minds. Fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear of change. These are the things that poison civilizations. I was on the cusp of a glorious breakthrough, but my king's fear held me back.
If it's a berry of pure source, he could have used it to gather great power then. Ask how he feels about his king. 5.
He ceased to be my king the moment he turned on me. I did nothing wrong. All I wanted was to further the knowledge of the Eternals. Who knows? Had I been allowed to continue my studies, perhaps I could have warded off whatever catastrophe befell them.
Number 4, if he's a berry of pure source, he could have used it to gather great power then.
I mean, yes. I suppose you could have drained the power from it, but that would have weakened it significantly. It would be quite irresponsible.
That's typically what happens, though, people being irresponsible.
After all, the power of the thing is not the point. It hid something. Who knows what that might have been? The secrets to the universe could have lain behind that curtain, but I was not given the chance to find out. Now, I fear I never will.
And he purged you for being curious? That seems a little rough.
Well, certainly he was not pleased with my insistence that we investigate. But the king's word is law. Was law. But the reason I was purged was slightly less intellectual.
Oh, really?
After the king refused to let me investigate the Veil, I brought the issue up with others.
Oh, insubordination.
The 7 lords. Beneath the king in authority, but far above me. I brought them my research. I showed them everything. I had hoped they would help me convince the king of his error, but before they or I could act, I was arrested and... well, my sentence was carried out.
Ask why the king was so afraid of change.
Do you know, I never thought to ask, between him purging me and casting me into a traitor's tomb. What a foolish oversight! If only I'd had your prescience and curiosity, I could have saved myself centuries of pondering that very question.
Ask him what his breakthrough was.
I discovered a veil hanging across the universe. A barrier of pure source. It was amazing. The kind of discovery on which a civilization turns. Who knows what secrets may have been hidden behind that curtain? But my king forbade me from further investigation.
Ask what the king was so afraid of.
Do you know, I never thought to ask. What a foolish oversight! If only I'd had your prescience and curiosity, I could have saved myself centuries of pondering that very question.
Ask Fane what the eternal civilization was like.
The skeleton stands quietly for a moment.
I'm not sure. Centuries in a tomb can warp one's memory. I remember the big things, of course. My library, my home, my king, my family. But the rest, it's all covered in a fog. And the more I see of this world, the thicker that fog seems to get.
Ask about his home. Can't imagine how it might have looked.
Indeed you cannot. Nothing in this world compares to it. We crafted our homes from stone and crystal, using the power of the universe itself to keep them in place. Your people, on the other hand, seem quite content to sit about in smoky hovels, held together by straw and filth. It's a mercy I don't have a nose. I cannot imagine how you stand it.
I'm gonna point out that my family came rather low on his list.
They came rather low in my life, alas. My wife and daughter always had to compete with my work for my attention, and my work was always stiff competition. They were often neglected. I wonder how many more years they spent neglected before. Well, before whatever happened, happened.
A librarian. He was a librarian?
I was a scholar, researching the secrets of the universe. Had I been allowed to proceed, my people could have ascended to godhood as one. An entire race of deities, with a perfect understanding of the universe. It would have solved all of our problems.
Or created more problems. Because when you have an entire group like that, there's going to be differences of opinions. And if you have creatures or people of power like that, it would, yeah. You're intrigued by his ruler. Ask what an eternal king was like.
Once I would have boasted that it was the best form of government. Indeed, it was the only form of government we knew. Living forever under the rule of a wise king is one thing. But if that king should turn into a despot, if he should reject philosophy and the natural arts for the sake of power, well, I cannot imagine a worse torture.
Yep. Alright. We're all healed back up. I leveled everybody up. All the people's bodies are gone.
This place is strange. I cannot bear you away from here. You must find other means so that we can leave.
Demand to know what happened to all the others who were on board previously. Ask by what means you be able to get. I'm gonna ask him what happened to everybody.
Death washed over me as we entered this place. I felt many lives extinguish in a single moment. But others still draw breath. They are sheltering below decks.
Okay. Ask by what means you'll be able to get out of here.
The one who brought us here. The demon that wears the face of my kin. Only she can set the course back to the land of the living. She is here still. I can feel her.
Okay, so Malady is still here. Alright, let's go see who left. Or who's still here, I should say.
Hidden away somewhere. Not a soul down here. Just stillness.
So that means we gotta go downstairs one more time. Where's Alexander? Okay.
Where have you been? I can't keep this up much longer. We need to go.
Look around the hold. Some people are missing. Ask where they are.
Seeker's dead, Alexander missing, God-woken passengers deceased. And unless you want to die too, we need to go. Now.
Ask her what's going on. Where are you?
There's no time. I can't hold us here. Brace yourself. This might hurt. A lot.
The chill of the Hall of Echoes clung to the Lady Vengeance as it returned to the shores of Reaper's Coast. The Godwoken were alive, but what of the gods?
Dun dun dun!
Solid ground materializes beneath your feet. Your weight falls back into your body all at once, and bright sunlight stings your eyes. As your eyes adjust, you realize you're still aboard the Lady Vengeance. A gust of fresh sea air caresses you, and warm sunshine prickles your skin.
Wow.
Oh, one moment, please. Oh, just a moment.
Malady explodes in a fit of retching that racks her body. At last, she sneezes and expels a glob of something shiny and silver onto the deck. It wriggles quickly off the siding and plummets into the sea with a splash.
That looks like Source to me.
Ah, better. Let's not do that again anytime soon, hmm?
Look about the empty deck. Ask what happened to the others.
Oh, don't start. It was all I could do to save a few of them. It's no mean feat bringing an entire ship full of unspent souls to the Hall of Echoes, you know. I managed all the interesting ones, though. You're welcome. I do hope you learned something useful on our little field trip.
Tell her you're not sure. You met one of the gods again and they seemed desperate. Say you don't think so. Some ethereal figures calling themselves the gods kept trying to distract you from your purpose. Tell her your business is just that, yours. So she took us to the Halls of Echoes. They say she's a demon. And she spits up Source. I'm gonna go with one. I'm gonna tell the truth.
Desperate how?
Say you'll tell her once she answers a few questions of yours. I'll tell her right away.
I see. So, your god seemed uncharacteristically frightened, told you the void was coming, and that only you could ascend to divinity, after which you felt a cold deep within you. Well then, it sounds like you need to ascend, doesn't it? And quickly.
She inspects her fingernails with great attention, then looks up at you from under an arched eyebrow.
Did they mention how you were meant to become the next divine?
I'm gonna say Shrug, you'll figure it out. I'm gonna say 2. Say you understand you're meant to grow your powers, but you're not entirely sure where to start.
Oh, what confidence you inspire. Luckily for you, Mama Malady is here to help.
Excuse me.
We already know you can bless, but as far as I know, you can neither see source nor take it as you see fit. I may not know much about divinity, but I do know that any godwoken worth their salt will know how to perform all these oh so fantastic feats. You need to go see the Meister.
People keep saying that. Tell her to think again. You've cast source spells before and you've taken source in order to do so. Say a business that doesn't involve the gods, the Meister, or even Malady. We're gonna go ask where to find this Meister.
She's got one of those things in Driftwood. You know, the building where people go and they do things inside of it? Home, that's it. She's got a home in Driftwood. Give me your map. There you are. Tell her I sent you and she'll handle the rest. You're at the beginning of a long journey, Godwoken. Long, but exceedingly interesting. Now, I must be going, and so must you.
Ask where she's off to.
Shopping.
Ask how you can get to shore.
Why, our faithful little sloop, of course. We can all ride together. Won't that be terribly fun? Before you go, if I'm not back by the time you find out where our journey takes us next, you can call me back here. Tell the ship. She'll know how to summon me.
Cool.
And in the unlikely case you don't manage to do whatever it is you'll need to do to become what you need to become, you could call me, but I would be grateful if it doesn't come to that.
Alright, so let's see what he has to say.
It's still there, Quercus. The squirrel reaches out and touches your ankle, sending a hot flush rippling through your body.
Oh. Do I not have room for that skill? Where'd the skill book go? Okay, well that's weird. I don't see where... It would have been down here. Yeah, right there. That's kind of cool. But... all right.
Hello again. That's twice now you've saved my skin. And I think it's time to start repaying the favours. I could fetch some stuff you need, maybe. Ma always said I was a great runner.
Tommy could certainly use a thing or two. Really? Seriously? Holy cow. Well. I guess we'll go with the essences.
Sure thing. I'll start hunting.
That's pretty cool.
Speak to me if you're looking for hired help. I've got good fighters of every stripe. They know how to keep their mouths shut too, as long as there's gold in it for them. Oh, I see you have a full contingent already.
So, is this like our new base?
I hadn't realized I was in such illustrious company when we met before. Most fascinating, the things I've been hearing about you.
Say that you'd like to do some trading if he didn't lose his supplies in the halls of echoes. I'm gonna do with the quote 2. Remark that many aboard the ship died during recent ordeals.
Why, it was your ally, Malady, who spared me. She claimed that I might be of some use yet. Rather flattering to enjoy the favor of such a powerful being.
Wonder what he's heard about you.
That you're, how did Malady put it again? A god-woken. Yes, that's it. Quite remarkable if it's true.
Wonder why something like that would be of interest to him.
Come now. You've seen the state of things. A potential savior from all this void-woken nonsense would be of interest to everyone with a beating heart. And some without, I would imagine.
Frown and note that every word out of his mouth makes it seem like he has hidden motives. Ask if this alters his opinion of you somehow. I'll go with 1.
Tarquin pauses, taking you in. Genial smile and calculating eyes.
You make me sound so mercenary. No. I'm merely pleased to learn that my new friend has such great things awaiting him in the future.
Scoff and remark that he's like a carrion bird circling its next meal. Now I've got the hiccups. Shrug and accept his overture as at face value.
Both wise and well-mannered. You'll go far, I'm sure. I do hope I get to watch.
Say you like to do some trading. Ooh. It's crazy how all these weapons have like special skills and stuff added to them. Atrophy and slowed. You know what I realized is that Thane died in that battle, but we didn't lose him. And he got revived for free, which is kind of nice. Ooh, look at those. Man. That's huge. fine coif. What does she have? Oh, she's got that. So then it would have to go on him. Which it could. That's crazy that they want 11,000 for those. But they're valuable. Alright, so I think what we'll do to start with is just get rid of... Okay. I don't really want to buy that legendary gear because I have a feeling that if I do that, then I'm going to end up getting better stuff. So what, chapter 4? Oops, I spelled that wrong. Okay, so that's the way to go. Let's talk to Gareth.
She's something, all right. I question Siva's trust in her, but Malady's usefulness is self-evident. As Lucian said, you will be eternally gifted when you act in my name.
Side, does he really have to quote Lucian so often? Reflect on the past and future, what happens next for you?
I expect Malady has an answer to that. It seems she's got it all in hand.
What might he do next?
Paradise awaits, my friend. Not an actual paradise, of course. I don't think there's such a place in all of Rivellon. Paradise Downs. My parents still sow the soil there. And if the Order hadn't called me to its ranks, I'd still call their farm my home. I miss it. I miss them. They've been forever understanding of my duty. But I admit, I've been neglectful. I have some wrongs to right.
Side, does he have to quote Lucian so often? I want to actually say that.
Only as often as I need his guidance, Godwoken. When I invoke Lucian's words, I invoke his deeds too. He stood for the defenseless when the Black Ring rose up. For all of us. For my mother, my father.
Gareth's nostalgia lasts for just a moment longer. He composes himself, clears his throat, and waits for your next question.
Hail, friend. Remember, in Lucian's love there can be no wrong.
Requires 2 memory slots.
No one's ever regretted having extra
Summon
help in a
Hungry
fight.
Flower.
Guarantee you that.
Lob acid spores and emit cursed poison clouds. That looks really good. But when they're glowy like that, it means they're source required. So, did I lose, like, Losi and Beast and stuff? Oh, I hope I didn't lose my guys.
The silent monk leans forward slightly and stares at you straight in the eyes. She seems eager for you to say something. The silent monk cocks his right ear to...
So none of my other people came through. Woo! Oops. To Lady Vengeance. I didn't mean to pick that up. Alright, well, I'm going to take a quick break before I get going into this any farther. I will be right back. Okay. Yeah, I just needed to get up and stretch for a second, and I was actually checking the furnace and found that it was down to where I had it set, and it was getting a little chilly in here because of all the humidity. Which I had it down to 66. And even though it's going to be 68 tomorrow, I'd rather have it at about 68 now, so. Okay, what does Sybil want?
Speak.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna ask 3. Why she kills chosen targets with the needle? Why not use a sword or a dagger?
I was given my needle by the master. Guess I'm just sentimental like that.
Alright, I'm gonna push her. Come on, say there has to be more than just that.
Fine, if it means that much to you.
She draws her needle and holds it up between thumb and index finger.
Go on. Ever so gently touch the tip.
I bet it's poisoned or something. Very well, reach out and lightly place a finger on the needle's tip.
Barely have you touched the needle's pinpoint surface when a thick droplet of blood wells up from your fingertip.
Sharp little minx, isn't she? Sybil, this needle was forged in an altogether different world. It wasn't wrought upon a crude anvil hammered into shape with rough blows. No, it was cast with demon precision. It is absolutely priceless, and it's yours.
Okay.
The master's own words. And he was right. As an instrument of assassination, it's absolutely priceless. But one day soon, he'll find out just how much he overspent on his gifts for little old me. Just why this needle is a girl's best friend. One might say I'm a bit of a sucker for poetic justice.
You wonder how she ever managed to escape from her master.
Huh. A tale of cloaks and daggers and daredevilry. You up for it?
Nod, you'd love to hear it.
Wonderful.
She bows with thespian flair.
Imagine a black room. It's been your room for years. You know it by touch more than sight, for it's always dark. And when I say always dark, I mean always dark. You're either in the room or in the box, for it's in the box that you travel. You're only let out at night, because you only hunt in the night, with the master's voice in your ears urging you on. And after it's done, you lie down in the box once more, with wet hands and mad red thoughts.
Box? How is she even still sane?
Sometimes it's best to let sleeping questions lie. The thing is, the box didn't break me, though I confess it taught me to hate. One night, I killed a scholar. With my needle through his fragile old skull, he fell headfirst upon his writing desk, blood mingling with spilt ink. It's when I saw the ink that timid thoughts of rebellion first bloomed. Back in my dark room, I dipped my needle that killed the scholar in his own ink, and engraved his name in my skin. I'd remember him. I'd honor him with vengeance. His name was the first, but many more followed.
Ask if you may see the name.
Of course.
She bares her left arm and shows you the name. You softly run your finger across it.
Mindarin. He was Turashar, a keeper of stories. I'm sure he was loved by many. People like him, the beloved dead, they kept me going. Then, one day, it happened. A gush of wind, a sliver of light. Light! I hardly knew it for what it was. A simple oversight that comes with habit. A door, left slightly ajar. That was all I needed to feel a rush of blood, a thirst for liberation like never before. I tore at the shackles that kept me chained to the floor, iron thick as a smith's wrists. Of course they wouldn't budge, they never did before. But now that I saw the light, something welled up inside me, a raw and undeniable burst of power. The shackles broke, and next thing I knew, I was free. I stood alone outside the ruins of a fortress, snow-capped peaks all around me. But the sun, oh, the sun. I had risen as if from the grave, and she kissed me back to life.
So there she stood in the middle of nowhere, asked what happened next.
Why, I traveled back to civilization and had myself a long, luxurious bath.
Okay. Find Mr. We should look for tribal elves. Yeah, so now I only have 3 companions. So let's...
Just when I think this land holds no more surprises, I find myself in some place even more dismal than the last. Still, at least this is an interesting variation on dismal.
Let's ask him what he thinks we should do.
How many times must I tell you? I have business in the Black Pits. We should head to the excavation site there.
Because I needed to update your quest. Ooh, that looks like a portal. Yep. Hey Quack, how you doing tonight? Is that a big shell? Yes it is. A fancy bottle of beer. So what is with all this poison here? I'm doing pretty good. I got off of work relatively early, which was nice. And when I went to have lunch this afternoon, which was spaghetti, about halfway through my bowl, I had a friend call me and say, hey, you got any tinfoil? My cookies are about ready to come out of the oven and I don't have any. And I did, so I took it over and they repaid me with a whole bag of cookies. And their strawberry cheesecake cookies, they are so good. But I literally spent like 3 hours with them and I got back about 20 minutes before stream. So I had to quickly finish up the food that I was eating before I left. Oh, I will. Yeah, I texted my mom a picture of him and she's like, gimme, gimme, gimme. Because the last time we got these, my mom tried to hide them from me and not give me any, if that tells you how good they are. Okay, void tainted crimson beam. Oh no, we're smelly. Yes, she
A
is.
dying shark lies gasping on the sand, bleeding from the mouth and gills. It turns its dark and soulless eyes to you. Its bloody gills open in search of water, but find only air.
Yeah, they're very good cooks. They're amazing baking. That is one of their big things. Like, they always bring over all kinds of different baking goods. And the funny thing is these cookies are actually made from muffin mix. Alright, I'm gonna offer to drag this back into the water.
It gasps in the air, struggling for the breath to speak. Its own blood froths at its mouth.
No, die here. Monsters in the water. Monsters in the deep.
Remark that by its blood-stained teeth in the sea, it should have little to fear. I'm gonna hit one.
Monsters bigger. More and more growing.
That kind of sounds like something void-based. Let's see what happens if I drag it to the water.
It summons the energy to snap at you, thrashing in the sand. You jump back.
No, die here. Oh, monsters in the water. Monsters in the deep.
Realize that this is one result of a horror of the Voidwoken. Yeah, let's do one.
Monsters in the deep. Oh, the world is dying. World is dying.
Well, this is very cryptic.
The shark lays there, gasping quietly in the sunshine. Blood bubbles at its mouth. You leave it to die and turn away. It lays there gasping, dying, drowning in the sunshine.
Oh, I actually froze it. It's so scared it doesn't even want to go into the water. That's crazy. It's good. We beat that the Dallis fight that I got stuck on last stream. What is with all the... Who is that?
That Voidwoken had someone in its claws.
I should have known that was a trap. Yeah, it's going well. I don't like how Probably. I don't like how I lost the rest of my companions. To me, that just kind of irks me. Alright, so which one of these goes first? One of these over here. Yeah, well, it's part of the story, it looks like. And I don't know if I'm going to get them back. Or not. I hope I do. At some point. Alright, got the knockdown and the chill. That one's flaming. I wonder if this is... I love that ability. Okay, who's going next? He's knocked down, so I don't really care. Let's go ahead and finish this one off.
What happened here?
That one should be dead here in a second. That one will die pretty quick. I didn't expect that. Alright, so we're going to do this. Are you serious? I literally moved him one step and it was one step too far. Alright. Dang. Okay, he's dead.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Hurts, doesn't it?
Ooh, a pearl. So there's Void Woken in the ocean. That's definitely got to be an important fact. This is definitely leading up to Damien starting a big war. Holy mackerel, this is a big area. A disembodied hand.
Can't be true.
A Magister caravan. I remember one just like this picking me up. Could have been a shipment to Fort Joy. But what happened here?
Not real. Not happening. No, it's not
Oh, the
true.
void tainted
Can't be
stuff you
true.
can use.
No, no, no!
Yes, there are.
Can't be real. Not real. Not happening.
White as driftwood salt, the dwarf flinches at your approach, yet she holds a short, clean blade aloft. Her fierce stance can't hide the trembling of her fingers.
Back! Get back! I'll kill you, just like the rest of them!
Hands up, tell her to calm down, you mean her no harm.
She slumps, all bravado draining from her.
No, 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 no. I've never seen anything like those beasts before. Are they gone?
Beast, does she mean void woken?
Those? Yes. Worst ones I've ever seen. Ripped through the Magisters. The dwarves. Dead. 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 And the sorcerers. Sorcerers. Gone.
So why are the void woken taking the sorcerers? Ask what happened to them.
Her eyes stare vacantly into the distance, glassy as marbles. It's not cold, yet her shivering is relentless.
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Duna's beard. Lohar. My boss Lohar will want to know what happened to them, but I can't remember.
Ask what she was doing here for this boss.
Helping sorcerers. We thought we could help them against the Magisters, but...
So she was trying to free the sorcerers? Sure that it's safe now.
She flinches at the slightest rustle of wind through the long grass. Terror in her eyes, she stumbles away from you.
Huh. There's more silent monks. Ooh. Now that's a huge upgrade. Man. That's almost double the damage. Hold on, she's got... Okay, so let's get these books out of here. Yes, it is. I don't think I have any geomancers right now. Oh yeah, he's a geomancer. Okay. So we're gonna get rid of the Hydro. Okay. I'm like, I'm looking at the wrong character here. Alright, what else we got? Well, there's somebody's house.
Ma, can you hear me?
Is that somebody's house, or is that somebody's... Or is that a village of some kind? He's already got leadership, doesn't he? Yes. Yay, congrats! That's awesome. So now you can start setting up even more fancy stuff. Oops, that actually hurt him. Oh, excuse me. So when's your next stream? Oh, cool.
What steer you wrong?
Magisters? Yeah, make sure you guys go follow her. Quack Job's fun. She's very silly when she plays video games. But it's always a good time. Alright, so let's back up here. You're welcome. Okay, that's where I killed those guys. Okay, what did I just click on? I hate when I accidentally click on something and then I can't find it again. It had to be over here somewhere. There's something. I was thinking about actually streaming 4 or 5 hours tonight, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah, getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning for work really weighs on you. And it doesn't help that on my days I don't work, here's the best part, on days I don't work, instead of getting up at 4 a.m., I get up at 6 a.m.
That doesn't sound promising, does it?
Makes my bones itch.
Oh, they raised the gate on me.
Ma, can you hear me?
Ah, so that's why they have this area. Let's talk to the little boy and see what he says.
The little boy lobs a stone across the river. It makes a long arc before plunging into the water below.
Oh, Ma! Are you alright? Ma!
Yeah, it's weird because I usually don't wake up this early, so it's a huge change, but I don't have any problem getting up. Never have whenever schedule I work. But I usually like to sleep in until 8 o'clock. That's usually when I have my alarm set for. And like last weekend, I had to get up Saturday because I worked. But then Sunday, it was like 5:45, and I'm up and wide awake, and it's like, ugh. I mean, tomorrow I want to get up early, but I don't want to get up that early. 8 o'clock is the ideal time to get up. On a day off anyways. Especially tomorrow, because that way I can go get my hair cut. Because I was supposed to do that Wednesday, but I was working, so I didn't want to do it after work. Especially with me having to stream that night. And then I'll probably hit the store, because the store is right next door to where I get my hair cut. And then I'll probably come home and watch your stream. And do some stuff around the house. And then I'll get ready to stream Valheim. And I downloaded The Evil Within yesterday, I think it was. That game's like 50 gig. I was surprised to see that it was that big. At least I think that's what it said. It must have a bunch of DLCs, which I know it has, I think, 3 DLCs to it. So I wonder if that's included in the free version. Yeah, I was hoping to stream until 10 o'clock or even 11 o'clock tonight, but I'm not going to make it. It ain't going to happen. Well, I used to do 4 hours, but now it's 4 hours is too much. Because, like, right now I'm dragging. But since I'm only running around doing minor stuff, like Wednesday night, when I went to fight the Dallis fight, I couldn't even think straight. Oh yeah, absolutely, I agree. That's why I've been dialing back streams to for 3 hours long. I think I'm gonna change it on my menu on my scenes. All right, ask him. Let me look for the boy's mom first.
A screech like metal dragging on stone grinds from across the river.
You have to help her, please. You can't see her. She's in the house, and those things are all around. Void things.
Ask him how he got separated from his mother.
We were on our way into town, like normal. There was a fight. Some dwarves attacked some magisters, and there were sorcerers too. And then the bugs came. Those void things.
Okay, so here the dwarves are the rebels.
They killed everyone. And my ma got 'em to chase her. And she went across the bridge. And then she raised the bridge and she told me to run. And now she's stuck over there with them.
Tell him his mother did what she did to protect him. He should go seek shelter like she told him.
Not without Ma. Family doesn't just leave each other.
Tell him not to worry, you'll help his mother.
You will?
Tell him you'll do everything you can.
Maybe you can cross the river then. Ma lifted the bridge, but there's got to be another way, right?
Say that if there's a way, you'll find it, and if there isn't a way, you'll make one.
Yeah. You'll make one, and I'll...
His gaze shoots to the ground. He grabs a small flat pebble and chucks it across the river. Again, it lands in the water below, well before reaching the other side of the cliffs.
I'll keep distracting him.
Insist he head back into town. You'll send his mother straight to him once she's safe. Yeah, I'm gonna insist he goes to town. Because the last thing I need is to have him get captured.
No way. Ma didn't leave me. I'm not leaving her.
He performs a divine order salute.
Now go out, Ma. Look, he is.
Ah. Whoa. Those are mighty big. Alright, so I'm guessing I have to teleport across here. I do too, usually. To me, it just makes sense. Because more often than not... too far.
Come on.
I like to see what the story has to offer. That's, I think, the main reason why I do it.
Come on. Ma, can you hear me?
Okay, well, it doesn't seem like I can do anything over there.
A scruffy kid bounds up and stands before you, hands on hips. He stares at your face, doubt screwing up his features.
You Ben Mez.
Ask who wants to know.
Yep, that's just what he said you'd say, Ifan. Righto, got a message for you. Chap called Baron Laveri wants to see you. Black Bull Tavern, first floor.
The kid shoves his hands in his pockets and ambles off, whistling an off-key tune.
Okay, well... pumpkin part. Well, there's Meister.
Come now. Is this really necessary?
A fly buzzes around the dwarf's mutilated head. For a moment it lands, crawls across his open eye and takes off again. The silent watcher does not blink.
Oh, here's the executioner.
A Magister guard approaches. Behind her, on the gallows, 2 lizards. One in a Magister uniform hangs dead from her neck. The other hangs from her hands, still alive.
Step away from the prisoner, reptile!
Tell her you're gonna set the prisoner free. She'd be wise to look the other way. I'm gonna ask about the dead minister first.
That's internal order business. You'd do well to leave it alone. Let's just say Zeus and there was of help to sorcerers, and leave it at that.
Okay. Ask who the half-living prisoner is.
She's hanging by her hands because the boss don't want her dead just yet. She's a tough one, Meister Seaver. She's a seeker, and she's a bloody traitor.
Ask what crime Saul this Meister brought so low or so high.
She was part of the Order. Knew Alexander personally. Alexander trusted her, at least as far as you can trust her, you know, one of you. Anyway, to repay that trust, the Meister gave Alexander up to his enemies.
Oh, really?
She wasn't there when Alexander fell, but White Magister Raymond uncovered the truth. She's as guilty as any of them, and I reckon she got off lightly. I'd have had her flayed alive with a salted bullwhip.
Well,
Please, why would I kill Lucian's second most charming son?
sounds like she's gonna die. Well, let me see. Tell her you're gonna set the Meister free. You should be wise to stand aside.
You're going to... what, now?
Offer her the opportunity to set the Meister free yourself.
She betrayed Alexander. I'd sooner die than free her.
Please, why would I kill Lucian's second most charming son?
Let's try the Constitution persuasion. Tell her you can see she has a heart. She should listen to it and trust you. Ah! Reload. I need 1 point. Hopefully not all the other ones require that. Alright, let's try wits. Tell her White Magister Raymond sent you to bring the prisoner back to town. Nope, impossible. Oh, so yeah, I don't have these two guys. Beast and the Red Prince. I just have these 3. Oh no, that's Losi. I don't have her either. So I just got these 3. Let's hope so. Let's try strength. Ask if she knows who killed Alexander. Point at her yourself. That worked. That's great.
I'll regret this, I know I will. All right, I'll stand aside.
The lizard hangs from the gibbet, her face blooded and her scales discolored. Her eyes are closed, but her tongue flickers as you approach.
Welcome to Driftwood, Godwoken.
One bloody eye cracks open, glittering gold appearing from beneath the swollen lid.
Chased you all the way here from Fort Joy, did they? Very well then, cut me down. There is work to be done. Or indeed you could stand there gawping as if you were a cow ordered to dance a reel. It is a masterful performance. I would applaud it, but well.
Let's reach up there.
Be quick about it. Who knows when that Magister might return? God's teeth, it feels good to move again. Now, best scurry off before that Magister wanders back. Meet me at my home in Driftwood, and we can see what you're made of.
Okay. That's funny, all you had to do was intimidate her, basically. Is there something here I'm missing? Yes, it worked out well. Now I just wonder if this comes back around and you can get access to here. Small viscous egg. That doesn't look good. What's a peeper? Oh. Alright, let's talk to her.
I bet you're the musical sort. You've thought about taking up the lute. I got a few ready to go, all freshly strung.
Mention that you've been known to strum a tune or two.
It's like I always said. Everyone's got a melody in him. You just gotta look. Me brother Laszlo couldn't carry a tune in a bucket when he were a wee thing. Now, he's got the voice of an angel.
Laszlo, tell her you met her brother in Fort Joy.
He's alright then, yeah?
Say he was in good spirits, he's a springy one.
That's Laszlo, alright. If he had the blues, you'd never know it. Nothing kept his big smile from brightening the darkness. I hate the Magisters for what they'd done. Stole me brother. Stole me heart. I keep going though, hoping to get to Ark sooner than later. Lucian's Day crowds will be wanting some musical trifles.
Ask if she sells anything more useful.
Useful? Ah, you mean deadly. Used to make bows and fletch arrows, but left that hobby behind.
Ask her what Laszlo would do in her position. Let the Magister walk all over him or fight to help other sorcerers. Ah! I always seem to be one level under what I need. I did everything I could on Fort Joy, so I think it's just the way the game is designed. At least right now. Let's see if there's... Let's see if I can do the intelligence. Assure that in her hands her arrows will point only at the greatest of evils. Nope. Oh, foobar. I wonder if I have any persuasion gear I can put on him. I don't think I do. That is so... Well, there's one right there. And he can't wear it. I don't know why I'm wearing those bad gloves. So I guess unless I... Do I have anything else? Nope.
For the best. But if you're down...
And he can't... Ugh. Does she have higher persuasion? Nope. Because his is literally 3.
Hello. Use the best wood I can find. Good rosewood ain't too common, but loot's made from it crude. I like playing too. There anything else you want to chat about?
That sucks. Because I want to be able to unlock that per bows. So I just don't want to talk to her yet until I can get my 4th persuasion. Which hopefully will be next level, but... Yeah. Because what level am I? I'm 9, right? Yeah. So it should be the next level. But this is why I save a lot, so that I can always jump back and be like, oh. Oh, nice. Okay, so who is over here?
There's paladins up ahead. Men of my vintage. Wonder if I served with any of them back in the war.
What quest is this? Yeah, I save a lot for that very reason too. Especially like with Baldur's Gate and Divinity games like this. You're best off is
Halt,
to save
traveller, if you please.
constantly. Like on Skyrim, I think I've played a total of 5 characters. And I have over 800 saves between those 5 characters.
Who goes there?
Tell them you're an adventurer taking the road east.
Ha! If you're looking for adventure, east's the way to go. It's a void-woken hellhole over there, sorcerer at work. powerful one. Of course, you could wait for the Magisters to sort them out. You'll be waiting.
Alright, Quack. I will see you tomorrow. You have a good night and get some rest. I'll probably be going to bed here in the next hour. You're welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And I hope you have a good rest of your night. Bye-bye! I'm gonna go with 2. Tell him you fought Voidwalking before, you won't be afraid.
I dare say you have, adventurer. But I suspect you've seen nothing like what lies beyond, except maybe in your nightmares. Every time the Voidwoken come, they're bigger and there's more of them. Still, you want to go east, you go east. We won't stop you.
That's great.
By Lucian's sword, lizard, we meet again. Would that circumstances were better here than in Fort Joy, but they're not. Voidwoken lie in wait beyond the bridge.
Okay, he didn't tell me anything I needed to know.
I shall not mourn till war is done. I shall not weep while blood still runs.
Look at that shield.
I'll hold my tears when weeping comes. Who shall avenge you, darling one?
Sighting a stocky paladin seated ahead, Ifan tugs at your sleeve.
This one I remember. Hardwin and I served together back in the war. Let me do the talking.
The two men embrace, amicably enough, but you sense an uneasy tension running beneath their smiles.
Well, as I live and scarcely breathe, if it isn't Ifan Ben Mesd. I thought you died in the death fog. Thought you died a hero. But I suppose it's better to live as one.
Yep.
We really gave those Black Ring what for, eh? Wiped them all out in the blink of an eye. Damned proud to have served with you, Ben Mesda. Damned proud.
Ifan's face turns sour as he mutters something under his breath that only the paladin can hear. Hardwin loses all camaraderie and blanches, stepping backwards. He puts one hand on his weapon.
Oh no.
You've changed. And for the worse. I'll not have the sacrifices of my fallen brothers maligned to my face. You survived, Ben Mesda. Be thankful for that, if nothing else.
Shall not weep while blood still runs. I'll hold my tears.
I get some.
Seems like the only work these days is in fixing weapons. Happy to. Some of that stuff's not bad, friend. It's a little better now, if I say so myself. Good luck to you.
That's not bad. I want to switch his helmet. I like Necromancer, but I think Wits and Scoundrel are probably better. That is a big...
They beat all those Voidwoken. I'm impressed.
There's some booby traps. Oh. Okay, that's not the place I was thinking it was. I wonder, can she teleport up here? This looks like a... That looks like a spot. But I guess I can't see...
The upper part of the tombstone has worn away. What he lacked in skill, he balanced with
So many
self-sacrifice.
So many memories buried in the soil.
Hey, look who it is.
Look who's come to... Oh, but you do get around, don't you?
Wrinkles your forehead. Do we know each other?
Well, I certainly know you. I was captive on the Lady Vengeance before you arrived. I'm most glad that chapter has ended. Malady has been most kind to keep me on board in exchange for my special talents.
He takes a satisfied sniff and rubs his hands together. His lips stretch into a mischievous smirk.
When it comes to graveyards, I'm a kid in a candy shop. All sorts of goodies and gewgaws for the taking. And a bit of rousing conversation. If you know where to dig, that is.
Tell him you share his taste for the deceased. Yeah, I'm doing that one.
Come now. Do you mistake me for a cannibal? I assure you my interests are quite academic. Why, the very essence of decay flavors many an essential oil. And what a pity you don't understand.
He presses a forefinger against his chin and hums.
You understand enough, and there is something my heart, such as it is set on.
Consider him. He doesn't seem the type to have much heart, let alone to follow it. I am suspiciously, and what is that, pray tell?
Well, that's the gold-plated question it is. I dare say you'll enjoy this story. Somewhere in this graveyard lies an object of tremendous power. Or so the legends say, anyway. Belonged to a family buried near here. The Surreys. I've been reading up on them. An ancient clan of eccentrics and oddballs. Fascinating people, truly. Old Joanna was the last. The poor, poor dear. Had no money, no children, just this incredible heirloom passed down to her through the generations. Problem is, no one knows what this object is. Only that it's an astounding piece of work. Seems Joanna took its secrets to her grave. Rather literally.
Sounds like he spent a lot of time studying this family, wondering if finding this heirloom is worth the trouble. Let's suggest he might have missed a clue.
His coy grin freezes.
I can recite each page from memory, but I've neither the time nor the inclination.
Tarquin sighs, and his lips unfreeze. For a moment, he looks almost modest.
It pains me to say, but you've talents in the adventuring department that I do not. This heirloom could prove valuable for both of us.
Mention you're still unclear on why you need to be the one to do this. Are his legs broken? He seriously knows nothing more about this item, this thing he wants to find? Say you'll look for it.
Beautiful. The Surrey tomb must be somewhere nearby. And whatever that object is in there, I bet it's impressive.
He looks toward the graveyard.
I do wish I could wander inside. It would be nice to look up some old friends. See if they're in good spirits. Curse those masked freaks. God's damned Riker. Ah, you again. Any luck in old Lady Surrey's tomb?
The Destiny of Souls. I really want those. that the same pair that he had on before? I'm gonna ask him why he's mulling around.
Ah, it's a quandary, you see. I'm not exactly welcome in the Stone Garden. The servants that tend the graves, well, their master, this Riker fellow, caught me nosing around, so he had them chase me off.
Oh, joy.
Can't say why. I'm as gentle as can be. But such is the way of it. Alas, I am stuck sniffing out herbs and fungi on the periphery. Do enjoy yourself in the crypt.
Okay.
The dog growls and bares its teeth at you in a wide, unsettling grin. You swear you see a worm emerge from its grey-pink gums, then burrow back in.
Come closer. I dare you.
Take a step ahead, you won't be intimidated by some mutt.
He sniffs, he snarls.
I am death. There's no defying me.
I'm gonna do stand your ground. What or who is he guarding?
The dog's growls intensify and transform into a rhythmic rasp that mimics laughter. You swear you see the ground behind him momentarily churn and tremble.
Do not mock me. You know what lies beneath. But I will not allow you another step closer, elf. Khan has already laid claim to it.
You have no idea what it the dog is referring to. Ask who Kana is. Kana.
She calls herself master. I call her minion. Whatever name you choose, it is her hand that will wield it, not yours.
The dog raises its head to the stormy sky and howls. The earth beneath you vibrates, a dirge plucked on the strings of a rotting lute.
Necrotic troll, you are summoned. Crawl through the gate. The earth opens for thee.
Really? Really? A bone crusher? Wow, these guys are level 11. $413 armor? Alright, so I think we're just gonna attack him. He's not Yeah, he's not summoned. Let's finish him off.
Glory is mine!
He's basically almost the same exact stats. Hold on, why is he healing? Oh, poison. Nice. Yeah. Huh. So I'm way under level for this area. I think we'll head back to town. I was kind of hoping I could find like a waypoint in here. Like that one right there, that's what this file looks like.
What's this? I've spotted something.
The headless statue looms over you. Its plinth bears the same rotation scratches as its counterpart.
Oh.
The plinth of the statue bears a... The statue... The sculpture looks impossible. The headless statue looms over you. The statue doesn't move, no matter how much force you apply. The plinth of the statue bears a... The statue rotates with little resistance. The statue rotates with... The statue rotates with... The sculpture looks... The plinth of the statue bears... The statue rotates with little resistance. The headless statue looms...
Wow, lots of spells. That's not the way I want to go. So I'm trying to skirt down to that house. Oh. Nope, nope, nope.
Within the stone garden's walls, peace be thy immortal fortune, relieved of toil, free of indignity, until thou art called to serve.
Human graves. Let's hope none are earmarked for me.
The servant responds with a...
Okay, so I gotta go down here and then fight my way through.
I found something.
What'd you find? A rotten leg, another rotten leg, a short stick, and a shaw. That was kind of useless. These guys are level 9. So they're immune to poison. I should really have switched his weapon now. Oops, that was the wrong button. Yeah, that was dumb. Wow, really?
Hey, come and get me, you overgrown grasshopper.
Are you kidding? I have a feeling there's something on this body that I can do. Nope.
healing.
Yeah, but you're... Oh, you're cursed, you're not.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Owie. You've earned the hero tag. Specific hero options will be available from you. Cool. Oh.
Oh, they got me good.
Mari flashes a massive horsey smile at you, then winces, her left arm hanging limply at her side.
By the seven, that was something. What'd I tell you? Not a scratch on me. None that last, at least. Glad my little guy got to see it.
Nod at where her hand is pressed to her abdomen and ask if she's alright. Tell her she has a knack for an understatement.
With an attitude like that, you ought to join up with the Order. They're always on the lookout for fighters like you, especially these days. Didn't catch your name, though. I'm Mari.
Introduce yourself.
Pleasure's mine. You all right?
Laugh a little, you ought to be asking yourself that question. I'm gonna say I'm no worse for wear.
Dunno about you, but I never was afraid of bugs. Then again, if you hadn't rolled in when you did, I might be whistling Teedle-dee in a Void-Woken's belly by now. I owe you one.
Tell her you're uniquely interested in destroying Voidwork and she doesn't know you anything. Say she gave them a good wallop herself. I'll go with 2.
Always happy to squash a bug if I get the chance. Especially with a toughie like you on the front. Hate to cut this short, but I ought to dash off. My boy's waiting for me. Mind lowering the bridge, though? I find myself slightly indisposed for the moment.
Yep.
There you are, my good-looking lad. Let me get a good look at you. And how's my little spider monkey doing? Safe and sound?
Spider monkey? You mean dragon?
Come here, you.
Mother and son fall into a tight embrace. One tear rolls down Mari's nose, falls on the black stubble on Barin's head. She strokes the wet drop away, smiling.
Say you're happy to see them reunited.
Mari seems oblivious to you. Her eyes are closed, her lips turned in a serene smile as she strokes Barin's head.
My boy, my good boy.
Hey, wait, one sec. Ma! Ma, look! Thank you so much for helping my ma. All those void woken. Sheesh. Thank the gods everyone is okay.
Thank the gods. Oh, thank the mum. And our friend here too.
Say you were glad to help.
I know a good arm when I see one. I'll tell my cousin Ryman what you did. He's real high up in the Order, and he's visiting Driftwood as we speak. Could be he has some good work for you.
Ask where they'll go now.
Reckon there's space for us in the Magister's barracks. Ryman ought not to turn down his own cousin.
Say you've really seen many Vorwalk in one place. Ask if they have any idea why they're drawn here.
Some dwarves, locals, attacked a Magister caravan. Must have been sorcerers inside. Voidwoken must have sensed them. Came in formation like a proper battalion. Never seen anything like it.
Say they were lucky to survive.
Mari looks to Barin and flexes. He does the same back at her.
Luck wishes. We're off into town. Best of luck to you, mate. And come say hi if you make your way inside.
Oh, okay. Probably choose this. Alright, so let me loot these corpses quick, and then it's gonna be done for the night. Alright, that one's already been looted. Alright, we're gonna pick up here. Yeah. If you guys are interested in my story through the Divinity Original Sin series, you can see it there. If you're interested in the whole story, you can start with Divine Divinity and work your way through those three, and then come up to the Divinity Original Sin selection and work your way through those. These are all 6 games that are currently out for Divinity. There was 2 games scheduled, but they've been shelved for the foreseeable future at this point. They were both designed to come in after Original Sin 2, but they shelved them back in July. So we shall see where things pick up probably in a few years, I would guess. I know Larian has their hands busy right now with Baldur's Gate 3, which we will be playing Baldur's Gate 1, 2, and 3 as soon as we finish Original Sin 2, which I'm aiming for January-ish. It just depends on how long it takes us to finish Original Sin. With that, if you guys want to check out any of my other games that I've played through, they're all on my YouTube. And then lastly is socials, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and tips. Currently saving for a new webcam. The one I use is about 20 years old, so it's one of the original Logitechs. With that said, I'm going to bed. I will see you guys tomorrow night for our last stream of Valheim for about a month. Starting next Tuesday, we are going to play Evil from Within. And I plan on playing the first and the second one. And then we will return to Valheim after that. We did find the Queen location last stream, which was Tuesday. So we'll try and make our way towards her tomorrow. So that's going to be the goal for tomorrow night. That way, when we pick up Valheim in December, because that's about the time frame I'm looking at getting back to Valheim, we should be able to unlock the rest of the Mistlands gear and whatnot, and then make our way into the Queen fight. And I haven't heard anything about Ashlands recently per se, but they did launch Mistlands in December. So if they hold their trend, they could potentially launch Ashlands in December. I'm not saying they will, but if they did, or if they planned on doing it sometime in the early 2024, we wouldn't have to wait that long before continuing our story in Valheim. So that's something to look forward to. I will see you guys, though, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern. If you guys are not native to the United States, you can scroll down on my Twitch page. I have the Streamlabs schedule there that will show your local listings. I hope you guys have a good I hope you had a good week, and I hope your weekend is awesome too. You have a good one. Bye bye.